Good morning, sixth grade. I hope that you are doing well. I'm here at school without you, so it's not nearly as fun without my students. I miss you guys. I know a couple of you have had some questions already about our sixth grade math lesson, bisecting angles, which is difficult at first, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be just fine. Now remember, the word bisect has the prefix bi in it, which means two. It's like a bicycle has two wheels. So when you take an angle and bisect it, you're just dividing it into two angles. There are two ways you can do that. First is with your protractor, and secondly is with your compass. Now with the protractor, all you want to do is measure your angle, like we've been practicing in class. Make sure your vertex marker is aligned with the vertex, and that your radius is aligned with the bottom of your protractor, and then just simply read your angle. This is 100 degrees. So since we're bisecting, we're dividing that 100-degree angle into two. So 100 divided by 2 would be 50. I know some of you said that right answer. So I'm going to come right above here and put a dot where my 50 marking is at. Then I'm going to rotate my protractor around and align the dot with the vertex and simply extend my line. And we have bisected an angle with a protractor. So that's pretty simple. The second way is a bit more complicated at first. It's with a compass. Let me introduce you to my compass. Now, I borrowed this from Mr. Harris. He, however, has a chalkboard which just needs chalk. So I have rigged this, and bear with me. We're going to see how this works. Now, with your compass, you're going to put your point at the vertex, and you're going to swing and make a large arc. Now that arc needs to intersect with both radii. Don't adjust the legs of your compass. Leave them just like this. Come to your first intersection, which is right here. Put your point at that intersection, and you're going to swing and make a smaller arc. And then come to this intersection and do the same. Now that's a bit messy because this shifted, but you can still see there's an X there. And using that X as your guide, you want to go back to the vertex and draw a line through the intersection. And we have bisected the angle using the compass. Let's try one more of those just to make sure you have it. We're going to skip this problem. I know you're not sad about that, those massive addition problems. We're going to come over here again, and using that same method. Now, if you were using the protractor, what would you do? You would measure the angle, divide it by 2, put your mark here, draw the line. Using the compass, put your point at the vertex, swing, hold your mouth just right. And you're going to make intersections excuse me, through both radii. Come to this intersection and make your next arc. Remember, I'm trying not to adjust the legs. Do the same on this side. Now let's try it again. Well, it's really shifty. There we go. You're going to do much better at this with your compass. That will be, hopefully, a bit more sturdy. But then you're going to draw a line through the intersection, and you have bisected an angle. You can do this. Now, on the back page of yesterday's lesson, you had the circle that you had to measure angles. Keep in mind, you want to extend the lines. You're getting a completion grade on your math, so you want to do your best, be neat, which you almost always are, so I know I can count on you to do that. Now for today's lesson, it's on triangles, which is another new lesson. Now obviously you've heard of triangles before. That prefix tri means 3. A triangle is a 3-sided polygon. In 6th grade, we mostly focus on the right triangle, which has the right angle. The isosceles triangle, say that with me, isosceles, and it has 2 congruent sides. And then the equilateral triangle, which has all 3 sides that are equal. There's also the scalene triangle, but it has no congruent sides, and it's not really focused on in 6th grade. Keep in mind, the sum of the angles in a triangle would be 180 degrees, which is different than a circle. How many angles? Or what would be the degrees of a circle? 360, 180 for the triangle. I believe it's on the back page of today's lesson. You have a section in 4A where you have 2 degrees for a triangle, and you've got to find the third one. So what do? You simply add these two together. 45 plus 70, I believe that's 115. And then you would subtract that from 180 degrees, and that would give you your answer, which is 65 degrees. And if that is correct, all 3 of these should equal 180 degrees. Let me take a peek and make sure my math is correct, because we all know that sometimes there are mishaps. Yes, that is correct. Now, I'm available through lunch today. Your parents or you can send me a message on Remind if you have any other questions. And we may do some more tutorials later, but until then, work hard. And I hope you have some enjoyable time resting at home as well. See you soon.